One.
And just like that, we are live, episode 198. 198.
198 of 8 to the show. Amazing. Hello.
Almost 200.
Yes.
Hi guys, how are
we
you?
have a special guest, Bernadette. Welcome to the show, Bernadette.
Bernadette, yes.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, amazing.
Let's get right into it. Let us know who you are, what you do, and where you're from.
Okay, too many questions. I'm Bernadette.
We're doing this for an hour. You know this, right? Like it's an hour of questions.
You're like, okay, 1 minute.
Yeah.
Where am I from? What do I do? Go. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I'm from Cairo, Egypt. I'm a potential comedian. I'm still experimenting with that. I also work as a product manager in the software industry. What was the last question? I remember the word.
That's
Three.
it, I think. Yeah, I said
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wait, so you're a comedian who knows tech, basically. That's you.
Yeah. You can put it like that.
Pretty cool.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Let's jump right
Sounds good.
into it. So, why
Jump
comedy?
right in. Yes.
How about that?
Why comedy?
Yeah, nice and simple.
There are too many answers to that. Why comedy?
Yeah,
this
but I
is
don't
a
want the
very-
general answer. I want the Bernadette's answer. Like,
Okay, why
Why
comedy?
has-
Because comedy is the way that the easiest way to maybe express my trauma. I don't know. Yeah.
express your trauma.
Yeah, all of us. We all,
Oh my god, I love
Wait.
it. You made me laugh. You made me laugh.
Wait. Okay.
You don't have
for it.
any traumas, Ali? You should.
You should.
You're missing
If
out.
you don't, you're missing out.
You're missing out a lot.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I
What
don't-
do you say? What do you say that being an Egyptian comedian it makes you even more traumatized? Right? Is it hard to be like an Egyptian comedian? Is it traumatic being an Egyptian comedian?
I wouldn't
what I
put it
heard-
like that, but
Okay.
yeah, maybe a part of it.
Okay, so let's break it down. So you said it's to deal with your trauma, right? Like that's why you became a comedian. It's the best way. So it's sort of like laughing at your pain, right? Is that how you see it as?
Yeah. That's
Okay. So
deep, but yeah.
what about laughter helps ease the pain of being a comedian? Or just
Yeah,
the pain of life, I guess.
Yeah, this is too dark. Okay, let's. I don't laugh when I tell comedy, but I love seeing people laugh and triggering this laughs
see.
and this.
Okay.
And I love it so much when people like relate to something, like something that they maybe see every day or do often, and when they just hear it as a joke, it's like we didn't notice this before, but
Right.
but now when you say it like that, it's really funny, and we will keep thinking about that when we go home. And so
Interesting.
I see.
So you like to be relatable and talking about things no one really noticed, but now that you said it, it's like, oh yeah, that's true. Now that you say it, like, yeah, that is. So
I think that's the magic of it.
it's pretty cool. So what about being relatable? Do you think makes your comedy special?
I wouldn't say I'm relatable. It's for me as a person, it's actually the opposite. I struggle to find relatable topics to talk about.
Oh,
But it's the like
okay.
maybe because what makes me laugh doesn't make most. I laugh at weird things. So
What do you laugh at?
Yeah, what do you find funny?
like my sense of humor is not like most Egyptians, or like I don't like to sound like I'm the,
What does
I'm the
that mean?
cool- I'm the cool.
Right.
You know, did this happen with you before? Like laughing at something that other people wouldn't find funny, or the opposite?
Right. Okay. I think it's a great thing. So Ali disagrees with me sometimes. Sometimes someone says something like traumatic on the show, and I just burst out laughing. Just because I think it's very. I think it's like I don't know why I laugh. I think it's like
Seen that. Yeah.
surreal or silly that we're on a show and some adults are coming and they're telling us some deep things, and I think it's
Uh,
funny.
and here's why I disagree with you. I disagree with because it's like, wow, they decided to actually open up, and you're just like,
Right.
I'm just like, oh my god, please don't laugh, please stop laughing, please.
Well, that's how I react.
So
I don't know.
it's basically embarrassing you.
It's not
It's like
embarrassing. It's
No,
just
no, no.
I fear a guest would
Right.
take it the wrong way. Like, why are you
Offense.
laughing?
No, I feel you.
know?
Right.
I
That's
don't
why I
feel like
agree.
explaining that. Sorry, my friend laughs in the hardest situations. And, yeah.
yeah, but this is the ironic, dark sense of humor. Yeah, this is maybe
Ironic dork over here.
That's me.
Yeah,
Ironic. Well, it's because I feel like if like you can't take things too seriously. At least for me, it's like just because life is so short and life is so silly and all the random things happen that it's like if you're taking it too seriously, it'll just be boring. So that's why I laugh at all the crazy stuff.
exactly.
But I guess that's my perspective on it. Yeah.
Interesting.
Makes sense.
I feel like you
Yeah.
busted out laughing, Ali, at the Bobby Lee. You know who Bobby Lee is, right?
The comedian.
Yeah, Bobby Lee, the Chinese American. I think he's Korean American,
Right.
comedian. Did you see when he was on the podcast and he said I was molested by a Down syndrome, and the two hosts were laughing. They were laughing.
Wow.
And he was
This
like, why are you like, I'm going to say the story again. And if you laugh, I'm going to leave. And then he's like, okay, fine, we won't laugh. And then he changes it up. He's like, when I was a kid, I was molested by my uncle who had Down syndrome and they died. And he just got up and left. And that's my biggest fear is one of our guests throwing us a curveball all of a sudden. And I just, yeah.
And they need to walk out. We haven't had someone walk out of the podcast yet. Someone be like,
true.
I can't. I'm done with this.
Not
Turn off. Because it's so easy, man. We're on Zoom.
Yeah, we're on Zoom. All you have to do is like click a few buttons and you're out. And all of this can, you know.
Like if you like the first, I can definitely do that for you.
No, we're going on a 200. Listen, we want to do a 200-day streak of everything.
Right.
After that, like, I guess can do whatever they want. So listen,
amazing.
yeah.
Yes.
So
Thanks,
let's get
Bernadette.
yeah.
So let's switch it. I just want to understand. So you said you work with technology. What kind of like set software and stuff? What? Do you mind sharing us what you do? Yeah.
Yeah, I work in a company that we're in the employment industry. So it's basically like a marketplace between the employers and job seekers. Yeah, I work as a product manager, which is basically connects business with customers' experience and technology. So this is to wrap it.
Technology.
Yeah.
You use a lot of technology yourself, Bernadette? Are you tech addict or not?
Yes, I am. Yeah, definitely.
How many? All right. How do you know that?
Well, I've been proud that I don't watch TV anymore. I haven't watched like TV, like the actual television since like 15 years or something. And I've been very proud of that. And then I figured out that yeah, exactly. I'm actually an internet addict, so it doesn't.
No. Okay.
So
yeah,
I guess
everywhere.
for you,
That's cool.
Twitter and Facebook and what else?
And recently TikTok.
Ooh. TikTok has been funny nowadays. Like I've been on TikTok like more than I'd like to admit, I would say. And
Same here.
And like, I'm enjoying my time there. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
what do you mean more than I like to admit?
Bro,
would you admit to us, Ali?
No, it's
would you
not
admit
about
to us how long you're spending on TikTok?
I'd rather
like
not
on
say.
Average, ballpark.
I'd rather not say, just to maintain the respect that people have for me. But like, I've been spending time on TikTok, my guy, and it's funny. Like some people,
it's addicting, man. It's meant to be very addicting. That you just one video, the next video, the next video, the next video, and it's all funny and it's comedy.
True. Oh no.
Yeah, but
go ahead.
It wasn't like that when you first started, I bet.
What?
Because when you the TikTok experience, it wasn't that funny when you started. Why? Because the algorithm improves every time you use it. So it like recommends the better videos that you watch, that you spend more time on, and that you, and maybe you hide some videos so it doesn't show the same category again, and so on. So yeah, they call it on TikTok, welcome to the other side of TikTok, because it has a lot of trash. So so when you like either you survive it to go to the other side, the good one, the good TikTok, the funny TikTok, or you can't.
Interesting. So how do you get to the other side? What is the trick? What is the secret?
But yeah, you just stay there.
Oh, okay, fair. I guess.
Just stay there.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you know what the issue is with social media nowadays is like it's hard for two guys or a guy to become as famous in the same speed as if a girl opens up a TikTok or an Instagram page and she's trying. So I don't know, like, would you agree with that statement? And why do you think that's the truth?
Interesting. Why do you think
Well,
that's
yeah,
the truth?
I agree. Yeah, of course. Well, generally, internet is a tough place. Like to survive, you have to be like you have to have certain. I don't know, many things. Usually it's by luck, but there are certain things that you know that will get views. It doesn't have to like survive, and this person that has the good views the first time doesn't have to survive and be famous all the time, but it's a matter of luck. But yeah, the statement that you said, I agree with.
Okay.
I think, yeah, but it's like, I don't think it's just luck. There are things that do hit.
Yeah.
Like, for example,
you know how I view it?
dancing on TikTok. That hits a lot of like the D'Amelios and whatever.
Yep.
Right. But then there's also like jokesters and stuff. Those guys hit the top.
I mean, I guess so. I don't know. I want to talk a little bit about what she said, which is like it's luck, and then people die out and they just have their 15 seconds of fame, and that's it. I think it's harder to maintain your viewership and things like this than it is to, you know, bolster up and increase in numbers. Right? I don't know. What do you think? Is it harder to stay the way you are or increase?
Well, you should say, I think the question should be, is it harder to stay the way you are
or reach your level
instead of like dying out? Or it's harder to stay the way you are because creating online content is very hard. It's very hard. You have a lot of challenges. You have a lot of competitors. There's a lot to talk about, and you can never guess the amount of trivia that will attract the correct audience. Maybe you'll maybe some, you know, it's usually the very, very trivial thing that gets viral and get the most views. But I think the secret is to keep creating content and learn and like watch the comments, watch the reactions of the audience, and improve and build on it.
Interesting. Well, I guess amazing. Yeah, amazing.
Do you post anything on TikTok, Bernadette? Do you post TikTok videos?
Yes, recently. Well, I have actually watched for a long time. I kept just watching, and then I started posting like a few random videos.
What do you do? Do you do the whole like TikTok dance stuff, or do you?
Nah, no, not like that. No.
Fair.
I post random, yeah.
You just
I post
talk.
random videos, ideas that come to my mind, and
like, interesting, because a lot of like people on TikTok either dance or they show like the funniest shit. I thank God I made it through all the stupid dancing. Right, and I made it to the funny like comedian aspect of TikTok.
That is interesting. You just blew my mind how you said that. Like the algorithm figures it out for you what you want, and then you just end up in a place that's the most beautiful TikTok. But that means it's also the most irresistible TikTok.
Yeah,
for you.
Yeah, and for me. So I'm competing against, what is this? The machine, the algorithm.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, definitely.
For me versus AI. Who do you think is going to win? Ali Shammari or AI?
Yeah, no, definitely AI. Haven't you seen
Oh my God!
No, it wasn't meant to come out like that, but
it wasn't on Ali. It's not about you, man. Anyway,
but it did come out like that. So
not personal. No.
Oh no, like
Ali, you think you can defeat the AI?
No.
Perspective.
I don't think I can defeat the AI.
Have you seen the social experiment? The
social dilemma? We were just talking about it.
Sorry, the social dilemma. Yeah.
Right.
No.
Yeah, it's
but we can talk about the social dilemma. So what happened? Explain it to us.
What exactly?
The social dilemma.
What is the social dilemma?
The documentary?
Yeah.
What's the
Yeah.
dilemma?
Okay. Okay. The dilemma is okay. This is very complicated. Simply, you just it's like you're dragged and you're we were talking about algorithm and who will
Mhm.
win. The algorithm is like it's not smarter, but
It's constantly
than us.
improving.
It's constantly improving, and there are other like aspects that control our behavior and controls and triggers our like what makes us motivated and what makes us want more and what makes us happy and so on. So they use all that with very, very simple tricks like receiving likes or having too many followers and so on. So this like triggers the good hormones and make us happier. So we always want more. We're addicted to these hormones. Yeah. Social media
So there's
junkies.
never enough. So there's never
Yeah.
enough.
Yes. Exactly.
There's never
Exactly.
enough.
Yeah.
Oof. Ali, do you know anyone who's like I'm on social media quite a bit, not too much. But do you know anyone who's like a social media junkie, like someone who can't get off social media?
I know a few people that are like this. Yeah, like all they do is sit
Oof.
around, and they're literally always like this, and they're like, "What are you doing?" No, no, I'm just on Instagram, and they stay that way
Yeah.
for hours. And actually, here's the funny part.
Even if you have
Medically, you
you
can
can
tell if a person has been on their phones all the time or not is by looking at them. So usually you'd find them like this, right? All the time. Their
Yeah.
whole like neck is yeah, like literally they're like this the whole time. And that just shows like that to me that says, wow, you're on your phone like all the time or on a computer or something. So
Oof. Right. Because you hold your
it's
phone like this. No one holds
yeah,
their phone like that.
yeah, no one does this, right? Everyone does
Right.
you
this.
should you should
So
though.
yeah, you
You
should
should.
definitely
If you're
should.
watching
For
this show,
yeah, neck
use your
problems.
phone like this.
Yes.
There you go. But
Like this. There you go.
but
You'll have like uh, problems
Strong
here instead of
shoulders. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
true though, it's true. Your
There's no escape.
shoulders and your neck, and it
Yeah.
becomes an issue. I think the social
Right.
dilemma is mainly due like this is targeting the younger
Right.
groups. I'd say roughly from the 10 to 20.
Mhm.
Yes, exactly.
That age
Yes.
group is usually the ones that are always on
Online.
Instagram,
Ali,
TikTok.
I'll tell you. I just saw Social Dilemma yesterday researching for this podcast.
Okay.
So this is the stats. Girls, for young girls that are like 15 and younger, their suicide rate has tripled since social media started.
Yeah.
And for older high school girls, it's more than doubled. Imagine that.
How come?
Self-harm and stuff. It's because you're constantly comparing yourself to other people that are unattainably beautiful, right? And they're using filters and stuff, and you imagine that that's how they look like.
In
And
real
so you hate
life.
yourself even more. And yeah, it just literally it's all about self-esteem, man. If you have self-esteem and confidence, you can conquer the world. But if you feel like you're not beautiful, you're not getting as many likes as the hot girl in class, then I don't know. Women they get more sensitive. Maybe
What kind of
Bernadette, you can help
stupid
us
shit
out here.
is honestly? What kind of stupid shit are people getting themselves into nowadays? Like,
Oof.
why do you have to compare yourself to people? This is why, and I'm gonna say this like on the show. This is why whenever we talk about like Joe Rogan, I'm like, listen, let's not compare ourselves to Joe. Not because Joe Rogan is something we'll never reach. It's just because like, why compare ourselves to someone who's worked way before we have, right?
Right. He's 50. Literally.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is why this is the secret, I think, to how many people achieve their fame is because they are on a race against themselves.
Right.
I don't know if
Yeah.
Bernadette, you can agree with me or not, but
Yeah. It's
people
like
always-
every person has their own like map and we compare ourselves or our maps to others.
exactly.
So
you can't do that. That's not fair. That's not fair on you.
if you
That's
could exactly.
like
So if you compare yourself to Joe Rogan, like he is now he's in like he has his pin on a specific place on his map, and you're somewhere else. But it's not fair for you or for them to compare it like equally. Like I should. Why am I not like him or them or he or she?
exactly.
I think
Right.
also Yeah, go ahead.
And you know what? Joe Rogan watches our show and he's like, how come these guys get to get people from Egypt? That's not fair. I want that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
How did he get to Bernadette? That's not even possible.
Yeah.
He tried, but
You used to know, right? But now I'm gonna go on into the show because it's funner.
Yeah, there you go.
Right? Ali, she's not answering. It's scaring me.
Right. Amazing. All
but
right,
no.
Bernadette, do you compare yourself to others? I know.
yeah, of course I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
do you-
but
Why do you do it? So you believe that you should compare yourself only to yourself, but you compare yourself to others.
I
And you
think
know
it's a
what's
human
wrong.
nature. It's a human nature, but I try to be aware when I do that. Like to give myself these reminders that that people on the internet show the best of them. Like no one would be having a bad day and then they would post their pictures crying or anything. They would also post. They would always post the best. Yeah, the best of
Especially
their day,
Instagram, yeah.
their week.
Instagram.
Yeah,
right?
so it's not fair. Like I remind myself that it's not fair to compare to what for example, I saw that person who had the best comedy show, for example. I'm just giving an example, and I'm like, I'm not there yet. Why didn't I have this yet? And deep inside, I'm like, I'm jealous, because that's a good thing. Healthy jealousy is not bad at all. It's help you like move forward and try to do better. But I remind myself that
You know what
I
healthy
don't know
jealousy
what-
is? There's another
Yeah.
word for healthy jealousy. Are you guys ready for this? It's called
hit me.
inspiration.
Ooh,
Doesn't
yeah.
have to be jealousy. You're just inspired to move to that level or beyond.
Right.
Right?
Yeah,
maybe.
you can respect if you're confident in yourself. You can be like, "Oh, this person's cool. I like watching them. I'll take some of the things I think that's cool and put in myself." But if you feel like insecure about yourself, you're literally gonna feel like this person's doing better than me. I hate them.
Yeah.
It's like
I hope they die.
right. 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 I feel like some people are like that, right? I can imagine like from high school, for example, right? Like in high school, each one of us could have gone any direction. The person who was the dumb person in class could be a millionaire by now. I don't know. But if you feel like, if I look back and like the people who were in high school are like, Ali has a show, I hate him for it. I'm so jealous or envious about it.
Yeah.
Or it's just strange because people, I don't know why people do that. Why do you think people do that? Why do people get envious, jealous?
It's insecurities, I guess, and especially with women. Like this is a topic that I've been wanting to talk about for so long. Like,
Let's do it.
like you get, yeah, yeah. Please,
Go for it.
please let me talk, please.
Go ahead.
So yeah, so I got rejected by women in my life much more than guys. I don't know what happens, but some ladies, it's like it's called the queen bee syndrome. Some ladies, especially in when the environment is mostly males, and there's not a lot of women either in a workspace or whatever the environment is. When they find when someone shows up from the same gender, they get extremely aggressive and. I don't want to be like, I don't want to say that
stereotype or anything.
Stereotype. I don't. Yeah.
Right.
This is not everyone, of course. I met a very supportive ladies in my life and people who would totally.
Would you like me to pull up the definition of the queen bee syndrome?
Yes,
So we
do.
can
Go for it.
So we can go like
Right.
because I've never heard of this before, right? I really
Interesting.
have never heard of this before. So
High-ranking women in positions of authority treat the women who work below them more critically than their male counterparts.
okay, so
Queen
many
bee
studies
syndrome.
have conducted to determine the cause of the queen bee syndrome. Interesting. So let's read that again. So it's defined as a situation where high-ranking women in positions of authority treat the women who work below them more critically than their male counterparts. Ooh.
Interesting. I wonder
Yeah.
why. Because I see it. I don't know too much about that because I'm not a woman. But when I see on my Instagram feed sometimes is like women they post some things like support other women or I love other women or I'm women for other women. And it just makes me think that I'm a dude. I don't do that. I don't
Yeah.
I don't say
I don't need to
support
do
other
that.
dudes. Right.
Why
So
doesn't any dude support me? I want to be supported just like you do, guys.
okay, so yeah, so why is it, if you like, I mean, you can tell us more than we know.
Well,
Why is
I've
it, I
read a
think?
little. I've read a
Hmm.
little about it, and I think it's
Okay.
because how the culture of the societies
Right.
is it's like women try so hard to reach high positions or to be appreciated in their professions within like a society of men. Women are minorities in most of like the professions. So when they reach that point, they get like too protective for what they have done and what they have achieved, and they feel that any other
Woman might be
women,
competition.
yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Interesting.
So that's why they act this way. Or this is what I read about it. But this is changing. I feel that this is there's like what you said, the posts online, and girls like support each other. And I think the best trait I may have call it a trait in a woman is that she has enough self confidence, or she doesn't have that insecurities that pushes her to like judge other women, or like bring them down, or talk trash about them, and
Right.
so on. I think, yeah,
And not just women, men also that are like, you want to hang out with men that are also confident and won't
yeah,
treat you like
yeah.
shit
That's
or bring you down and stuff. Yeah. But it's
yeah.
interesting
That's
because I've seen it on Instagram as like support women post selfies of themselves, like comment with about women you think are amazing and stuff. I don't like, for us dudes, I don't know. I've never had someone tag me. I don't know about you, Ali. Support the dudes in your life. Maybe we're missing out. No one thinks
dudes
for
are much.
yeah.
You guys are much simpler, and like before. Yeah, yeah.
She
You're
called us
simple
simple.
in a good
Okay.
in a good way. In a good
What does
way.
that
In
mean?
like, guys,
Okay.
okay. Okay, forget it. I
No, it's
just
cool.
I have
No,
a
no,
lot
so
of jokes.
explain. Go
Sorry.
ahead.
Yeah, we're just listening. Yeah,
I
what you have to
think
say.
the like the man's nature
Mhm.
is much simpler than the woman's. In a
I
good
think so.
way. Yeah, in a good
I don't
way.
understand. Can you help us understand more? Because I'm not. I
Uh,
just don't understand what you mean. Yeah,
women
Yeah.
like to
Okay.
I mean it's
overcomplicate
simple.
everything. Men are just keep it to the
Because
point.
I know a lot of women. I mean, just because I'm a person. So like,
I was
I can't imagine that. I don't know. Is my life more simple for reasons that I don't know about? What are these reasons?
I think it has to do with the what is it called, the first human being. What is it called, the like the Stone Age. Yeah, it's in our genes. You know
Okay.
that it's in
Oh,
our,
it's
yeah.
it's in
Yes,
our
it's genetics.
genetics.
Yeah,
What do
yeah,
you
yeah,
mean?
yeah. Because
What?
Oh, we're going all over the place
yeah,
today.
That's-
I just did a segment, a
Don't worry
full
about it.
segment on it. Okay.
Go for it.
Go for
Go
it.
for it.
Okay. Okay. No offense. It's fact. Like you said it. Women complicate everything. For you, it's
Hmm.
complicated, but for us, it's most like we have a lot of we have a lot to accomplish. Like we need to do many things in the same time.
Mhm.
You've seen this video about the woman brain and the guy's brain. The woman brain is like wires, and the guy brain is just like a simple network. Is a network, and
Just like one
woman
cable.
brain is,
All right.
yeah,
Just
yeah, exactly.
one
No,
one
no, one
cable,
cable. It's
right?
just like
Like
a network. Like everything is connected in dots. But the
Mhm.
woman's brain is like wires. Everything is like
yeah, like jumbled and
everything goes around.
tangled and
Like,
rambled and
hmm.
Yeah.
yeah.
So back to the Stone Age.
Go back.
Well, men used to the nature of how men used to provide for their like whoever family or whatever they call it in the Stone
Tribe,
Age.
family, or
Yeah.
group.
Okay. So they used to focus on like going out and staying calm, so they can have يعني, find their prey and bring food home.
Mhm.
So
Right.
this was
Hunters.
their hunters. Exactly, they were hunters.
Right.
while women were, what's it called, grabbers or like
Gatherers.
gatherers. Yes, you're good. Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, you did your homework.
Sure.
Yes,
So,
sure. Fifth grade
so
science. There you go.
yes, science is good. I love science. So yeah, so they went to gather. So gathering, they used to focus on what's to gather what's like not toxic, and
Right. You can't eat the
so
toxic
they,
plants.
yes,
Mhm.
yes, because yeah, they have a lot of tribe kids, everything. So they do a lot of things like taking care of the kids, gathering different kind of foods, um, um, things like that. So they used to communicate, because communicate more,
Oh.
because communication is an essential trait for nurturing, maybe
Right.
the younger
Nurturing the
ones.
kids. Right. Exactly.
Yes.
Your tribe.
So yeah, it's I can't put it into like focus points, but at the end of the day, you see it every day that women, we think about a lot of things in the same time, and we want to do a lot of things. And when we try to communicate that, you guys get confused and you get overwhelmed, and it's the difference of our
You're not
relationship.
wrong. You're not wrong. You're really not wrong. Like,
I'm trying so hard not to be offensive, but
Offensive,
no,
right.
be as offensive as you want to be. We don't.
Oh
Trust
my
me.
God.
Like, it's not like we're gonna be like, you can't say that. No, you
Right.
can say whatever you want. That's fine.
We just want to hear. I mean, we just want to hear you being honest, right? Because I don't know too much about this because it's not part of my communication. Like I communicate with Ali quite a bit. Like we talk
do.
quite. I mean, when me and
But
Ali
as-
text, we don't really text though. They're like, see you in 10 minutes. Okay.
that's
That's
literally
it.
our, like, yeah.
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 Versus, I don't know if this is mean to say, but I guess everyone can be. Listen, everyone can be different, right? You can have guys that text a lot or over communicate or confuse.
Yeah.
And there are girls that are like very straightforward, and
Yes.
it's like,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, but
But-
those girls are rare to find, my guy. Like they're very rare to find. Usually women, I don't know if it's just me experiencing this, but they text in bulks and they expect you to read every single word of that. I'm just like, yo,
That's my
like
experience
all of this
also,
can be
but I-
summed up to 3 sentences.
And
Send me the
point is-
slides. Do you have the questions? Do you know anyone that can teach this? Like it's literally
Right.
like that. You don't gotta go all. This is my story, and I've been through so.
Well, I think they just want to make sure that like they have so much, like you have so much information you want to say. You want to make sure it comes across clearly. So from what I've heard from people I know is that they want to make sure the text is kind of like a perfect text with all the information needed, and they think over it and they rewrite it. Versus like you and me, it's like whatever text sent. That's it.
You want me
And
to,
it's,
Bernadette? Do you want me to read me and Ali's text like today? Literally, this is
Go for
today,
it.
right?
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
here we go.
I was kind of
Yo,
roasting you today.
this is-
Sorry,
this-
Ali.
this
Sorry.
This is today, right? I'm not gonna read it all. I'm just gonna go like, yo, we're on in an hour. Who do we got? Bernadette. Cool. That's the 3-hour text. That's literally it.
Brief and simple.
Nice
Brief
and
and
simple.
simple.
Perfect. But if this is
Right.
in a minute, it's like, oh my god, we have this comedian that's coming on, and she's like, I was like,
Let me tell you about her childhood.
let me tell you exactly. Like, let me tell you about her childhood. She grew up. It's like, no,
Right.
it's fine. I can find out on the podcast. Like, let's.
That's true.
You know,
And then another thing is, I feel like I don't know if this is a gender thing or whatever, but it's like for me, I'm very comfortable calling my friends on the phone. Like if I call my friends on the phone, I have no issue. Like I can call Ali or I can call any of my guy friends, mostly at least, on the phone. And I feel like, but sometimes when I try to call like my lady friends, I feel like they shut down and they're like, "Can you text me instead?" Or
Yeah.
maybe I'm just being, maybe that's a stereotype. I shouldn't be.
No,
I
no,
face
no,
the
you're right.
opposite.
you have to
I face
ask.
the opposite.
Okay,
Like,
wait. Let's hear from Bernadette here.
Yeah, go
right.
ahead.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, I think it's a personality thing. Like introverts are
Right.
more inclined to text, and extroverts. It's hard to stereotype
see.
it, but from my own experience, I
Right.
feel that
Mhm.
women prefer to call, while I prefer to text. But all the most of the women that I know like would just call anytime and talk and like whatever. But
Yes.
yeah, we could text if you can write it, if you can, you can like send it in a text format, then just text it. You don't have to call.
Text
Like,
format.
yeah,
A text
and the
format.
voice message. Oh my god,
I love it. Yeah,
the
interesting.
voice
Okay, no,
messages are.
that's a good insight.
Yeah.
I mean, I do get it because girls do call each other more, like they FaceTime each other more, or they call each other more, they catch up on each other. Versus me and Ali, I could not talk to him for a year, and then like we
I know.
catch up and like yeah, we hit
Yeah,
it up. Like,
it's as though I talked to you yesterday, but it was literally like a
interesting.
year since we've talked. Yeah, like
Listen,
literally.
we might this whole podcast might just be us being whatever, like
Sexist,
offensive or
misogynist,
miscategorizing. It
offensive.
might be wrong. Might be wrong, but
mean-
I guess if we keep talking about it, we'll find some truth
We'll
somewhere.
yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
there you go.
But
Okay.
let's roll
let
it.
me ask you about the.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
No,
I
you
was
go.
I
No,
wanted
ask
to
us.
ask you about voice messages. What's
Right.
how do you guys use voice messages? Like,
Only when I'm
do
too
you-
frustrated to type because the person is not understanding what I'm typing. So I'm just like, oh, you know
Right.
what? Listen, this is what I mean. That's how I use my voice messages. Like
Yeah.
you will not find a
Yeah.
voice message of me talking like a normal human being that's not angry. You will never find that. Like if I send a voice message, that's me pissed off because you're not understanding what I'm typing. But otherwise, no, I'm not too much with the voicemail. Like if I want to send you a voice note, I'll call you. You know, that's what I'll do.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's the normal human
There you go.
being use for a voice message. Yeah,
Pretty
or
much.
either you're driving or like you can type right now, or it's not meaningful enough.
Mhm.
But I have some people that send voice messages in like 15 minutes voice messages, some things like that. I have experienced that, my friend, and it's it's tough. It's traumatizing.
15-minute voice message.
Yeah, like people do
That's
that.
a speech.
Yeah,
That's a monologue.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
literally
I had a
that-
dream.
that's a SNL
Literally.
monologue right there. Like
Right.
Yeah, and it's
15
very
minutes, man. That's way
disturbing.
longer than any monologue I'd hear.
you know what
And
I
is it what?
hate?
Is it like ranting? Sorry, is it
What?
like a rant? Is it like a rant
it's like-
about their emotions and what?
No, not necessarily.
When it's 15
It
minutes.
could be just
Sorry.
it could be just I'm telling you the news, like what happened and what we should do next.
Oh.
Yeah, things like that.
Just-
So
I see.
yeah.
I see. I see.
too much, like
Okay.
just like texting, the bulky long text. It's the same thing, but with
Right.
voice message. Yeah, exactly.
Those ones.
That-
You ever get a text so long you actually have to scroll to read?
No, I
hate
haven't.
Literally, I'm
Yeah.
gonna say the story, right? But I'm not gonna mention. I'm gonna be as vague about the person as possible, just in case. But there
in
was this person that sent me a text where I had to scroll. Like I counted the amount of times I scrolled. There was 3 scrolls worth of message, right?
Yeah,
And I
2
literally
pages of-
typed to that person, "Sorry, I'm not reading all of that. Send me a TLDR." I got blocked. I got
Wrong,
blocked. It was
Oh,
the
you got blocked?
funniest shit. Yeah, I got blocked.
Nice.
I'm
The
sorry.
person blocked me. I
Yeah.
was like, cool. And then I ended up reading it.
Yeah.
It took me 3 days to read one time because there was so much. Like,
so
so I had to cut it down in, like sections. And I was
Right.
like, okay,
Mhm.
okay.
Like we should have a texting
Oh.
etiquette.
Yes, we
We should
should.
have a
Texting
texting
etiquette?
etiquette.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should.
Oof.
We should.
What is that? What is texting etiquette to you? What do you think that
Like
means?
maybe you shouldn't text anyone several messages before they answer back. That's one thing.
Yeah.
You shouldn't send a voice message if you don't know the person enough, or you just don't send a voice
Right.
message right away. Like people do that, like strangers. Right? No, I'm
Right.
not. We're not doing that. Like
There you
we're
go.
not like.
Two things.
yeah.
That's interesting. Right.
Yes. What else?
Yeah. So-
Like you don't.
some-
If yes.
Sometimes
text
when I send a voice
someone and-
message,
Mhm.
sorry, I'll just say this. Sometimes when I send a voice message that's kind of like to someone I don't know too well, I'll send them a voice message and then I'll also send them a text about what the voice message is about. Like if I send
Yeah.
a voice message, hey, whatever, you can come on the podcast. I'll see you. I'm looking forward to it, whatever. And then I'll literally type it also after just to make sure that I cover both bases. But
Yeah.
that's something I do.
Yeah, exactly.
continue.
Like an introduction
Right.
to what you're sending
Right.
next or whatever.
I don't
Right.
like to text, nor do I like to send voice messages. I'd rather call.
Right.
And if a person
Right.
I'm trying to call couldn't come to the phone, that's when I'll send them a message. And if they're like, "Oh, I'm in a class, I can't
Old
call
school.
right now," I like to be old school because
Right.
texting is too much. Like it's like, okay, come. No, this is not gonna make sense.
It's a miscommunication. It just anyone you can interpret it however you want. I could say
There you
something
go.
so
Yeah,
mundane.
yeah,
Like you rock, and then they're like, I rock
So,
what? Are you being
yeah.
sarcastic?
yeah. It's
Are you
so
being?
yeah. No,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You
true.
saw
No,
the
Yeah.
you saw the
Mhm.
video, the comic video for Key and Peele. You
Which
must have
one?
seen that. The one,
I
the
have.
one where they text each other and everyone on each side reads it in different tone, and then
Oh, I haven't. I think I might have
at the
seen
end,
it. Yeah,
at the end,
it's
one
funny.
person is waiting for the other at the bar, and he's very chilling and like waiting to have fun, and the other person is coming to fight with like coming with. It's
Right.
very funny.
it is. Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
why I like to talk more because with voice, you
Mhm.
can tell if someone's being serious or they're trying to crack a joke or if they're
Right.
sad or happy, you know. But if someone says, I got a C on my exam as a text, are you like, okay, are you happy? Is that good? Is that bad? Is it like
Yeah, I
C
can
could
treat
be,
it.
oh my God, the exam was so hard and I got a C. Now you know it's a good thing, right?
Mhm.
Or, oh man, I got a C in my exam. That's a bad thing.
Right. True.
But with texting, it's
That's
Yeah.
like,
true.
I got a C on the exam. It's like,
Right. You don't know. It takes out all the emotion from it. That's
does.
interesting.
Does. And we are
Yes.
very
Yeah.
emotional human beings. Like, we are
Well,
emotional.
I mean, right now with COVID and everything, kids are like stuck at home. I'm just thinking about the kids, man, who are just literally that's how they have to talk. They can't go to school, so they text each other and they're on TikTok or on Instagram to talk to their friends. But then that makes them more sick because Instagram's evil. So
Yeah.
poor children.
True.
There you go.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So,
So what do you? What's up? What do you think is the solution here?
Here,
Are we gonna? Yeah,
I think it's يعني the parents control يعني
the
screen time
parents, huh?
control or yeah
Right.
screen time control because see what screen and social media does for us adults. I think it's should be controllable. It's an evil like
It's
maybe
an
an evil
evil.
solution,
Bernadette, do you
evil
play video
solution.
games? Do you play video games at all?
Not very much, but I yeah I do sometimes.
what do you play?
But like
Okay.
Other than Animal Crossing?
Hey.
I don't know. It just seems like
Animal Crossing. It's a Nintendo game. Everyone plays that game. Switch game. I don't have a
yeah
Switch.
no
What do you play, Bernadette? If you ever play.
I'm a little embarrassed, but I'm gonna say this anyway. I have this dancing game, you know, Xbox Connect.
Ooh,
Dance Dance
Just
Revolution.
Dance.
Which
No,
one?
it's Just Dance.
Just
Dance.
Dance.
Yeah.
For Xbox.
Don't ask how I know
Nice.
it, but I do. And yeah.
Yeah. How do you
How
know?
do you know, Ali?
I'm
You
not
watch
gonna
the Twitch
answer.
streamers do
No,
Just
bro.
Dance? No,
No.
I know.
Okay, fine.
You
When I was a
go.
kid and I had the Xbox.
I was a kid.
Listen, Just Dance came with it.
Right.
I didn't know what it was, so I tried it.
Right.
Not saying I liked it.
So,
Just
so
saying
No
I like Just
judgment.
Dance.
No judgment.
Right.
Yeah, from you
Just
maybe.
Dance
From
is a
others,
fun game.
definitely.
Right. Just Dance, I like it. I'll be honest, just because it's like it's a good thing. You're moving your body, right, as you're playing a video game, versus like if you're playing like any computer video game like World of Warcraft or something.
Hey,
You can be on that thing for like
hey, watch the red lines,
what?
buddy.
You can. Hey, man.
World of Warcraft
Oh,
is all
Since we're
about
talking,
communication skills and team
Okay.
effort. Just Dance is
Amazing.
just doing this. Like this.
No, that's
Okay.
listen. I'm just fair, man.
Well,
Sitting on the.
soft
I'm talking about the
games,
addiction aspect of it. Like you can be addicted to dancing and you'll get tired of dancing, but if you're like, you're not gonna get tired of sitting on a computer screen just sitting down for like 10 hours,
True.
right? That's the
Speaking of,
difference.
Yeah.
speaking
Right.
of hours,
Balance
we've
is
hit
good.
our
Balance is good, but I see we have a gamer here. Like
He got offended. I was
Yeah.
like, he was like, I don't want to talk about this right now. I don't want to talk about
Yeah.
this. We were talking about screen addiction this whole time.
Yeah.
Now that we're talking about World of Warcraft. Oh, by the way, time's up.
It's not about, but no, actually, time is really up. We've hit
Time
our-
is running up, man. On the topic of Alright.
we have hit
Bern-
our timestamp, by the way, but let's end it with the last question. So,
yes,
Bernadette, your comedy has made a lot of people laugh, obviously, and it's made a lot of people happy, and we appreciate obviously your comedy and your page. We really do.
Thanks.
But what we really want to know is, what is the future for Bernadette?
Okay. Yeah. Well, you asked the question I think in the right time because I'm figuring it out right now.
Ooh.
I've yeah really I'm experimenting and stand-up comedy, it's not easy in Egypt. It's not that popular. So like the shows aren't always easy to sell, and if it did so recently, like in the couple past years, it's getting better, but like slowly better. So stand-up comedy is not that easy. So I'm thinking, considering going digital more, going online, like doing my own show, or I don't know. I'm still figuring out. So I'm gonna do some experiments and decide what's next.
Amazing.
Well, I'm looking forward to following you and seeing what comes next, Bernadette. This was awesome talking to
This
you.
was awesome talking
Thank
to
you.
you. Well,
Thank you so much.
Yes.
if you have reached this part of the episode,
sure
please
to-
do subscribe, like, share. What are you doing? Why aren't you subscribed yet? Like, you've reached
What?
a whole episode.
Come on. Do you know that 75%
Right.
of people listen to this aren't subscribed? So, Bernadette, why should people subscribe to our show?
Because it's fun.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let's subscribe now. And before we let you go, is there anything you'd like to shout out or let the world know? Now's your chance.
Yeah. Well, laugh.
How about
Yeah,
that?
I don't
Amazing.
know.
Laugh
I'm
more.
not-
Honestly, I agree with that. Life is
Thank you
good
so much for your
for the
time,
most
guys.
part. Be
You can follow
positive.
Bernadette.
Laugh more. Watch out Bernadette's videos. Watch them. Laugh.
Link in the
Have a good
description
time.
below.
Life's
Thank
short.
you for, there you go. Life is
There you
short.
go.
This is
Thank
how
you
we
so
sign out.
much.
This is Salute to Cover the
Bye-bye.
Cap, and peace.
Peace.
Okay, 6 of them are 3 of them marriage and 3 of them died. Okay, 3 of them married, 3 of them died. So
Shut up.
that line of life that I was in, just being stupid, being an guy, being that crazy guy, I was like, I hated that. I want to get out of that. I want to have a wife and love her and be at home. Dude, the first 2 years of my marriage, I never got out of home. Like my friends were like, "Hey man, you pussy whip, come with us." I'm like, "Fuck you, get the hell out of my face!" And I close the phone and I stay with my wife. I say, I have a friend. His name is Nalal. I still remember this conversation because he said, "Dude, we're going camping. You want to come camping with us? Let's go."